Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the pH scale and the pOH scale, along with the differences between them. So the first thing we need to understand is how to find the strengths of acids and bases. Strong acids and bases are completely ionized in a solution. In real people words, that means that you separate the individual atoms from the molecule, so you have individual ions floating around. And I'm going to draw a picture on the next slide to take a look at and see what that actually means. Since ions are great conductors of electricity, strong acids and bases allow electricity to travel through them easily, which means they are very strong conductors of electricity. Weak acids and bases, on the other hand, are only partially ionized. That means that they are not very good at conducting electricity. Some electricity will travel through them, but not very much. So here's going to be an example of the difference. If we have a container with a strong acid, and let's say that acid is HCl. In that container, the H pluses and the Cl minuses actually separate out. So that's what it means to be ionized. So we have H pluses by themselves, we have Cl minuses by themselves. So this is a very good conductor because all of the H's and the Cl's have separated. That's a very strong acid. If we have a weaker acid made with the same substance, in this second container, maybe we have a few that are still bonded together and a few that are separated out. So since these only have 2 ions or 4 ions as compared to the 8 in the other picture, this is considered a weaker acid. So this one is strong because the ions are all separate. This one is weak because some are still bonded. In science class, we use the pH scale to help us measure the strength of an acid or a base. The pH scale, since it has an H in it, tells us the number of particles of hydrogen that is present. So that is the scale that is specifically used for acidic solutions. The pH scale ranges from 0 to 14, with 0 being very acidic and 14 being very basic. And a solution with a pH of 6.5 to 7.5 is considered neutral. That's that range of safe. This is a scale that most people are used to seeing. It's the one that you guys have received in junior high and early stages of high school. So this one seems the most normal because you're familiar with it. Here's an example of the pH scale. At 0, that's where we are very, very acidic. 1 is about the level of stomach acid. 2 is lemon juice, 3 is orange juice, etc., etc. Up at the 14 level, that's where we're very basic. And a level 13 is straight bleach. And remember, 7 is completely neutral, but 6.5 to 7 is considered the neutral range. The pOH scale, on the other hand, is the measure of how basic a substance is based on the number of OH ions dissolved into that substance. The pOH scale is also ranging from 0 to 14, but since it's measuring the OHs, a pOH of 0 is very basic, and a pOH of 14 is very acidic. So notice that these are backwards. Considered neutral is still the 6.5 to 7.5 range. So here's how we compare the pH and the pOH scale. They are very, very similar, but they are exact opposites of each other. So on the bottom of the slide, we have our pH scale, which is the one that we're used to, 0 being an acid, 14 being a base, and we do have this color-coded as to which color it would turn litmus paper. The pOH scale is on the top, 14 being an acid, 0 being a base. So notice they're exactly opposite. In addition, the numbers on the top and the bottom will always add up to 14. So if I know that I have a pH of 5, that means I have a pOH of 9. So that's really handy. So a very easy equation that you're going to be able to use is 14 equals pH plus pOH, because you're always going to be able to find one of these two variables because you will always have enough information to find the other one. So this is our first basic equation for this unit. In the next video, you're going to see more equations and practice examples so we can see how to work through problems with those equations. After you watch the next video, I will see you in class so we can practice.